You smell that? You know what that smell is? I don't know what that smell is. It smells like a dragon slaying montage. So welcome back to some more Omnifactory. We are now ready to do some stuff. The specific stuff we're ready to do is make the chaotic fusion crafting injectors. If you've been looking close, you see I already made two. Nice, shoved them right here. Because we got to get the other injectors from somewhere. So I've just kind of been like stealing some from here and crafting on those. So yeah, 2 down, 8 to go. We have all the things. The expensive, or not the expensive, the annoying part was actually these crystal matrices. 20 blocks worth. Time for a little math. Every ingot is 464. 9 ingots in a block times 20 blocks. 83,520 diamonds went into these. You see I'm already at 27k diamonds. Whoa, that's a lot of diamonds. That's like 100,000 diamonds. I actually set up a new building. This in the basement has an even faster pulsating polymer clay maker. It's all on EV, so it should be about 3 times as fast as the other one, 3 or 4 times. It's already up to 110k. It's got 6 Enderman modules feeding the pearls. It also makes quartz. It's got 129k quartz. So this is just a faster system. And then I have 12 shulker data modules producing diamonds, and we should be getting diamonds at a rate of about 1.4 per second, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it does add up. Also some with the bones and some TNT, because you know that process is annoying. So we're good. We got that stuff, and this building will be good. That's we're gonna do mass production where I need space to do things on a larger scale and just get more stuff. But in the meantime, we're going to come up here, where this system's been simplified down to just be our manual crafting fusion setup. And we're going to throw in these, and we're going to throw in all these. You know it needs to pull 56 billion RF, I think. So they're only 30 billion. It is still going to take some amount of time. This is full, by the way. So while I've been bored waiting for these to finish, I decided to go into the quest book and, you know, do some of the things that were like super simple, but I just didn't do, just to get all the quests marked as done so far. And I actually found some stuff I want to try and see how it works. The first, we have building gadgets. We've used the exchanging gadget plenty of times, but I want to see what the other ones do. As it potentially could have been helpful when I was like knocking down 4 buildings over there or building all these things, you know. So we want to try these. The other one is the vertical digger here. This was actually it's kind of annoying to make. but it will mine up an entire vein for you. And I have been having to go mining still for very specific things like sapphire or I'm trying to think what else. It's mostly been sapphire. Is this some? Yeah, it's like sapphire like this because we go through a lot of it. There's not really any other way to get it good. I've done uranium too. But according to this, it should just like mine up entire veins. So we're gonna try that, which I have here, along with some of these exchangers, and just see how they work. So the first thing we'll try to do, we'll try this destruction gadget, and I'll make sure we go plenty far enough away not to ruin our skyline. Somewhere over here. Where's there a building that's like basically gone? I'm getting all sorts of weirdness. Here's one. This building just kind of doesn't exist. Does it need power or something? Show overlay false, connectivity true. What if I show overlay? Oh, we're ready to make a big hole. Wow. Okay, yeah, that works. That's very dangerous. It just destroys the blocks that you tell it to. Alright, next, copy paste. So for this, I probably need some blocks. Area copied. Oh, there. There. Ah, there we go. There's area copied. Paste mode. Oh, this is hard to look at. There we go. Oh, that's sick. That would have been so helpful. Alright, the last one is the building gadget. This is exactly what it sounds like, I guess. So I want to build it out of terracotta. I've used up all my terracotta. Builds 8 tall stairs. Wow. That's what it does. Not as exciting as the copy paste one, I think. Mining everything. Put a crate on it. Will you dump in, or do I have to pull out of you? It works. Takes a while, but it works. To see what it does once it goes all the way down, if it expands out to the side. Alright, here we go. Phantom boosters are definitely needed. So it does just dig down. It doesn't like analyze the vein. But with phantom boosters, you get a pretty big area. You can also specify only ores, and it won't annoy you with cobble. Yeah, it's a pretty big coverage. It is not incredibly fast, but I mean, I don't have to do anything. There it is. Chaotic crafting, ready to go. Next step is the reactor stabilizer, which 56 billion RF. We just spent multiple times that. 2 draconic energy cores. Each of the cores are 2 awakened cores. Each awakened cores is 2 draconium blocks, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 16 draconium blocks to go into this. Not actually that bad. A lot of wyvern cores, though. So if I say that we need 8 of these, only 16 diamonds, 12k nether quartz, a stack of compressed lava, 16 awakened draconium. We do need stuff. We gotta do 32 wyvern cores. Got like tungsten. 512 tungsten. That's a bunch. And I need to make some more uranium 235 plates, and we'll be good. So believe it or not, believe it or not, because I sure don't, we have everything except the plating at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 non-plating things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 40 plates. The plates themselves are made in a blast furnace. I think superconductor blocks will be fine. Yes, as long as it can hit 9,000. They each take a bucket of krypton gas. And this stuff. An awakened draconium plate each. We need 40 of them. So 40 of these, 42, close enough. Besides the plates, though, we also need 10 fluxed armor plating and 16 quantum flux. Times 40 means you got 10 stacks of quantum flux and 400 armor plating. Luckily, I had the system make the armor plating for us, so that's good. And the flux I made a while ago. 9, 10. So this should be it. This should be what we need. Of course, you only hold 32. All right, so boom, boom, boom. Look at it go. 10 seconds each. So this should take a few minutes. That's a quest. Yes. The 9th microminer combines stellar creation data into the universe creation data, which is a crucial component for the Tier 10 microminer mission. The alternate mission brings a decent quantum of neutronium, but you have to bootstrap it with some neutronium from the Fusion Reactor Mark III anyway. It might be easier to just make all your neutronium in the reactor, but it's up to you. So yes, that's the other thing you can do with this, which I actually was considering. The main point is the universe creation data for the Tier 10 miner to get the heart of the universe, which is our goal. The other use is to get a stack of neutronium ingots worth. Like, that might be worth it. So this did take neutronium to make. I made about 20 neutronium before this, so it took about 17 ingots about to make this. It will still be profiting like 40 something neutronium. And when you look at the tier 10 micro miner, it takes a whole lot of neutronium heavy plating, which is 2 neutronium each. So it's a lot of neutronium that goes into this, and the solar panel, like, it's a lot. So it wouldn't get me all of this, but I get a decent chunk, and I could make up the rest with other stuff. Because besides the neutronium, this tier 9 wasn't actually, was it that expensive? I don't think it was that bad. think like this was easy. This was easy. This was easy. These three things were kind of the worst. This just took time and some system upgrades. This took a lot of Awakened Draconium. Crystal Matrix. It wasn't that bad. We could set more of this up to autocraft eventually. Something else to consider about this universe creation data. 4 stacks of stellar creation data. Each stack of stellar creation data comes from a tier 1 microminer, or a quarter of a tier 2, and 4 ultra dense hydrogen, which is 81 hydrogen buckets, which results in the final mission of a tier 9, this one, that takes 4 stacks. That's 20,736 buckets of hydrogen. It's a bunch. This should be it. There it is. Tier 9. 1 tier to go. So I decided for this first tier 9, since we are very far from tier 10, micro miner, we're pretty far from it still. These 2 solar panels are going to be pretty intimidating, and the amount of neutronium we need, that's the sticking point. So in the meantime, we're going to run the neutronium one, get a solid stack of neutronium, use that to help fill this gap between 9 and 10. We are still pretty close to 10, but there is stuff I want to work on before then. Boop. So with our first tier 9 done, what's next? How do we get to tier 10 from here? It is still a ways away. I have a to-do list. First, well, this is in no particular order. Auto-compressed hydrogen. So, like I said, we need 80,000 or something hydrogen made into balls and then squeezed down and then sent through microminers, but more about that later. Neutronium. My neutronium process is awful. I have all the pieces autocrafted, right? So the way I'm making neutronium is americium and nequadria. The nequadria is made from nequadria dust, which I'm mixing 4 grains of vibrancy, 4 grains of prescience, a grain of prescience, a grain at the end, and an aquata alloy dust with 4 enderium and 1 curium. Enderium we have autocrafted. Curium we have a stash of. All these grains we have autocrafted. So it just put in the numbers and have it do it. I'd like to not have to do that. I do have it set to semi-auto. So essentially I don't want this thing to just produce willy-nilly, because that would take up a lot of my machines that I don't want it to take up when I need them for other things. What are you? Oh, there's some neutronium left. So it's going to be like, throw in some curia and throw in some americium and it'll fill out the rest. And the last thing on the list is omnium. So motes of omnium. Haven't touched these at all. But it's basically every element accessible: hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, sodium, magnesium, all the way up to einsteinium, and an exotic materials catalyst in the middle. I like to autocraft this. It's not going to function every time. We're going to need to essentially make all these solidified things manually, but I can kind of batch make those by being like, oh, here's a tank of hydrogen into the thing. Here's a tank of helium into the thing. But just getting that in there so we can make it. Haven't had to use it yet, but every one of these motes is an omnium nugget, which can make it to omnium ingots. Haven't really had to use them still, but we're going to when we get to chaotic cores, which we need 9 chaotic cores, because we need 2 neutronium solar panels, and 2 of these is 1 core, and yeah, so not 9 of those, which is, yeah. Where did I have it? Yeah, two omnium each. So 18 omnium. Calculator. It'd be 18 times 9. 162 motes of omnium to craft for a tier 10. First thing done on the list. Ultra dense hydrogen. Auto crafted. That was easier than I thought. Just gotta run power and stuff to it, but yeah, that should do it. So the way this is set up, it should start, auto making these. I have it set up to auto craft 64 grains of vibrancy and all of those. What did it send it some? Why? What is this extractor for? I'm gonna put one too many extractors here. This one should be the Enderium. Oh, that's backwards. Oops. So it'll auto-craft these to maintain a supply here. It's going to burn through a bunch of Enderium to fill up this tank. And essentially, all we have to do is supply it with Curium and Americium, and it will do the thing. The Curium will go into here, or the Americium will go into here straight up. The Curium will go into this one, extracted, dumped into here, withdrawn, dumped into here, cooked, withdrawn, dumped into here, extracted, gone up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure we have a system to make an Enderium. Let's try it. So 8 of these should make an ingot. That is a should, because it still has the thing where sometimes it just like fails. So those go in there. It's not extracting. Oh, fluid. That's up into there. Curium's into here. Extracted into here. It's gonna get mixed. Extracted into there. Extracted into there. Sent up into here. Sent up into here. And it'll start going down and eventually end up in here. This is going to take some system resources. It's going to be frequently crafting things. I'm not too worried about it. I might set up some more of these crafting processors, but I'm not too worried about it right now. Last one is the mode of odium. Done. Oops. Almost done. Done. Pretty easy. So now when we try it out, it should say, hey, you're missing a heck ton of stuff. But then we can go in and get all this stuff and stockpile a bunch of it. Make sure we have it for later. I just realized you haven't checked on the miner. Oh, it's lagging. Done mining. Wow. Ooh, yeah, that's a good amount of sapphire right there. Nice. So something I found that we don't have much of, and don't really have a way of getting a bunch of, which means you have to go mine it, is magnesium. It's a good thing we found out about this miner just now. Okay, in theory it should be about here. Yeah. Magnesite. So, much auto-crafting adding to the system later. We can now auto-craft motes of odium, and it does the thing. We can also do, I don't know why I had to clear out for that, more than that. Here's 36 of them, which would be 4 ingots worth. It knows now how to make night slime. It crafts its own slime balls. Most of the stuff I had to do was smelting ingots. Like, I have a ton of nickel dust, but it needs nickel ingots. So we're going to say, make me up 36 of these. That'll be 4 omnium. I keep calling them omnium because motive omnium. Yeah, it's gonna smelt a bunch of random stuff, and it's using MV furnaces. Not gonna be the fastest thing ever. It's not doing it in any particular order. Just throwing random stuff everywhere. But it'll get there. It also has to craft a bunch of crystal matrix ingots, so a couple thousand diamonds, you know, whatever. It's good. There they are. It's also making crystal ingots in here, so I'm probably going to add more of these package crafters. They only stack up to 16. So there it is. We have synthesized our first omnium. Now it says make a Nequata reactor. The Nequata reactor Mark I is a structure used to generate considerable amounts of RF power from decaying, enriched Nequata or Nequadria into lead. Large machine energy output hatches cause a lot of lag by scanning a large region around it for presence of draconic evolution energy core to output into. Interesting. Yes, so the Nequata reactor Mark I outputs 327500 FE per tick. Is that... I'm trying to remember. I think that's RF. I think that's not this stuff, because this is EU. So I think it's RF. That's 300k RF per tick for a Mark 1. It does do it for... I need to count zeros here. A long time. It does it for 12,000 ticks, which is 10 minutes. That's still not a ton. We're talking the Mark II, though. This outputs 2 million, which is basically how much power we're generating now, for probably the same amount of time. Let's see, 2, 3, 4. Same amount of time, 10 minutes. 10 minutes per Nequadria bolt, which isn't that bad because the bolts are like 4 from a rod, and so 8 per ingot. That's an hour and 20 minutes per Nequadria, which not that bad. That's one, like we have a system set up to make Nequadria. That's what this makes. But like I have the solar panels for it. I don't need more power. So we're gonna just ignore that. And we're gonna continue with this mode of odium, which I believe 1 TNT plus 1 mote becomes the ingot. And yeah. Oop, there they go. So with this, we're in endgame. We are technically in endgame now. The only thing I missed here, I guess, is indium. Because I kind of have that auto-crafted. So I never touched the stuff. And at this point, we're going towards tier 10. We're oops. I accidentally hit the claim all button. I'm going to have so much money in my inventory. I've done that once before, but at least this time I got it on camera. When trying to maneuver the menus. Yeah, tier 10's our goal. We just had to do neutronium heavy plating and it'll show it. 2 neutronium plates. It does take 9,600. So I think we need better reactor. Do heat. Yeah, we just have 9,001. So we do need fusion coil blocks, which really isn't that bad. But that's for next time. Next time we're going to get into endgame. We're going to start going towards the tier 10. Then we're going to get the creative portable tank, and we're going to basically win. That's how this works. We're getting there. We're making progress. It's great. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.